closure of schools in Kenya due to the COVID-19 pandemic and measures put in place after schools reopened have continued to affect the education sector. Enock Sikolia reports on the challenges that have come with the resumption of learning.
Over 35 schools were set on fire in Kenya in the period between October and November last year. The increased cases of school unrest left parents and teachers worried. Ndumulikahi, the chairman of Kenya Secondary Schools Heads Association, partly attributed the unrest to a condensed school calendar as the government sought to recover the time lost during months of pandemic-induced closure.
One thing I would say that we may have not done very well was to sensitize the parents and the children to know that the calendar was going to be squeezed, so that as they come from home, they are psychologically set.
Before the COVID-19 pandemic, Kenya's school calendar had 3 terms of 3 months each, running from January to December. Between terms was a 1-month break for resting. These breaks were significantly reduced as government put in place a crash program to try and catch up.
So the children came to school and in the process discovered that the calendar was so squeezed, they didn't have that freedom, and that is how we started getting reactions from them. The teachers too got burnout.
So when these children learned that they only have 10 days for the holiday, they demanded that they want to stay home longer, and that actually was one of the causes that caused school unrest.
The decision to reopen schools in late 2020 was reached after the push to have students learn online failed. Most learners had no access to the internet or reliable electricity.
Unfortunately, for the 10 months our children are at home, it was only 20% of our children that had school online learning.
But these challenges have also led to innovation. One of them is what is happening here. The teacher behind me is teaching 2 classrooms. This one and another one 305 kilometers away. A government pilot is underway where lessons from a well-equipped school are streamed to an under-resourced one. If successful, the government plans to roll out the program nationwide. However, education experts like Ndumuli maintain that school closures due to the pandemic have caused insuperable losses in education across the African continent. Enock Sikolia, CGTN, Machakos, Kenya.